Hi, I'm Sifu Kuttel, and in this video we'll be working with the Tai Chi double fans. So grab your fans and let's get to work. In this video, we're going to focus on a very specific technique for the double fan. This is the roll back and then double chop with the fan. So the rollback is going to be the same as when we do the empty hand form with our grasp sparrow's tail. We have our pull and our press. It's just we're going to be doing it with two open fans. And then afterwards, we're going to be closing the fan to strike at our opponent. Now, when it comes to practical application, you're not going to have any leverage with an open fan against somebody's arm. The best case scenario would actually be using a closed fan to put a little more pressure in on the arm, but you can also just do this with the hands. So you can be grabbing their arm, pressing here, or pressing with your hand. And then the power that's used to close the fans is snapping power, and this wrist snapping power is what makes the fan a practical tool in a moment's notice that you can use it for self-defense. So this snapping action with a closed fan or a short stick is going to have a decent amount of power to it and can give you the advantage in combat. Let's begin with a bow stance. I'm going to step forward with my right foot. I'm going to have a nice Tai Chi bow stance, and then we're going to have both fans open. Now, the first thing I want you to do is actually start with the fans vertical. So our fans are straight up and down. We're looking right in the center between the two, and then we're going to work at rotating the fans at the same time. They're going to move in the same direction. This will end up with my front hand palm down and my back hand palm up. Okay? So again, from a neutral position, palm down, palm up, and then I'm going to shift back and pull the fans back, almost as if I'm fanning downward, but then also pulling back that they end up on a nice straight line. Okay, so again, starting with the fans center, turn, and back. If I'm facing straight towards you, right here, I'm going to have my fans center, turn, and then notice I don't pull straight back towards me. If I was using this to grab and pull an opponent, they would crash straight into me. So rather, once we turn and we bring the fans back, it starts traveling back at an angle. Now my opponent has a direction to go. I'm not an obstacle. I'm not in the way. I just send them on their way. Okay, so again, right here, turn and withdraw, shifting back. Now, there should be some intention between the hands. My front hand has downward pressure. My back hand is not really upward pressure. It keeps its position, but it's more of a pull back. So once I connect, I'm bringing it straight back here. Okay, I'm guiding my opponent back. So again, from our bow stance, turn, shift back. Now most of my weight is on my back leg. We have a full leg. We have our empty leg in the front. We're going to bring both fans, turn them in, turn the waist, shift forward, and then a double close. So at the end, it's more of a subtle motion that we're going to turn the waist at the same time as the fans. If I separate the two, you can see I turn the waist. That's also where I start bringing the fans up. So right here, turn, and then shift forward and double close. Okay, again, we'll open the fans, turn and shift back, turn the waist, double close, double open, turn and shift back, turn the waist, shift forward and double close. Again, double open, turn the waist, shift back, set, turn, and then as you shift forward. So really small motions here. And you can see that after we get down the first motion of being very almost robotic, of turn, pull, in, turn, close, we start changing the timing just slightly. So even from our very first position, this hand is going to start, I'm already going to start shifting back as I turn the fans, so they're not completely flat right away. I start shifting back, and then they end up in that flat position. I start turning as they turn towards me, and then I shift forward and finish the technique. Okay, so there you have it. Although this is a very simple technique, we're shifting back, shifting forward, there's a lot that you can focus on during this, and it comes down to your weight distribution in your stance, using your waist rotation, and having equal energy in your hands and equal awareness in your hands. So this is something that we get into with double weapons, and that's being able to coordinate both your left and right at the same time, know where both hands are, and have intention in both hands. So instead of having our fans open, and as this comes back, the backhand is not doing anything because we're paying attention to that front hand. The backhand has to have equal pressure as well. We have to be paying attention. Even though our main focus is the front hand, the backhand must be just as involved. And then when it comes to closing that fan, this is that type of snapping energy that, like I mentioned, that's going to be useful in more of a practical sense or practical situation. So this applies more than just to working on the form or practicing a fun technique. Working with double weapons develops your mind and body awareness so that you are aware of all parts of your body at all times. And this translates even further than just martial arts. This goes out into your everyday life where you have better coordination and better just mindfulness of your entire body at any time. So I hope you enjoy this workout. I hope you enjoy this technique and the double fan training. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.